I can't compete with her.
They look lovely. Anyway, girl power is about wearing spectacles and being proud of it.
Being proud to wear spectacles.
Wearing your wonder bras and mini skirts and being proud, not letting anybody take control of your life.
I think that's Vanessa. You are next.
You are girl power.
Well, I hope I am. I hope I am. But I want
to mother.
Girl power. But this is what I want to ask you about. When I do the Vanessa show, there are so many women on it, and they say he's including her mum actually, who did come on the show, and they say things like, you know, he's horrible to me, he hits me, he ignores me, he won't let me out, and then I say, well, why are you with him? And they always say the same thing. But I love him.
Oh, no,
I love him.
that.
So I want you to tell them why that's wrong.
No, girl power is about looking after yourself. Do you know what I mean? You've got to look after yourself in this world. Take care of yourself. Know what you want. Go out and get it. Don't be afraid. You are in control of your own life, and nobody else should step into that unless, you know what I mean, they are the perfect person for you.
Come on, girls.
If not, get a grip and, you know, sort it all out, and you'll be fine.
I mean, the thing is, if you're getting treated badly like that, it's like, who do you love more, him or yourself? Do you know what I mean? And I think at the end of the day, you've got to look in that mirror no matter what you look like and say, well, this is me, I can improve it, but I'm going to make the best of it, do you know what I mean, and love it.
Well, you can always poison him, can't you?
Definitely. Don't try this at home this morning, kids, okay?
Suffocate him with a pillow.
Don't do that.
You would do it. Leopard skin one.
Don't do that. Now, what about the girls at school who don't think it's smart to be the brightest, don't think they'll be popular if they're the cleverest, think they've got to be kind of stupid and insipid so that the boys will love them? You know, you were talking before about being popular at school. Yeah. You know, how do you be popular with girl power?
I don't think, you know, the status quo. You shouldn't follow what is popular. You should just
Jerry wasn't.
Status quo, that's your favourite band.
Jerry wasn't popular at all at school.
I wasn't popular.
She was a little loner.
Yeah, I think I was a Fleabag at school, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think, you know, you just got to, you know, do your own thing. And even if
If you're a Fleabag, don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it if you
Not sure what it is, but don't be one. I know.
But I mean, you know, about using that's utter rubbish.
But you know, when you're a kid, though, it's very hard to say, I don't care what anybody else thinks of me. I'm just going to be independent. I don't care. Because, of course, you do care. You care terribly about it. That's why you all keep remembering how you were Fleabags and nobody liked you at school.
But then you do get to that age where, you know, you do take control of yourself. You start wearing what you want to wear. You don't listen to what your mum says and this, that and the other. So you've got to, you know, get like an even balance of it, I think.
Hopefully, like with our success and popularity, I've been led to believe that maybe that'll change. You know, maybe younger people will look at us and say, well, they're all different. Like they're scruffy, or you know what I mean? And so
Scabby.
I can be that way too.
When was that moment when you decided to absolutely take control and say, yeah, we're going to sing our own stuff, we're going to be ourselves?
It was, I'll tell you when it was. It was in my bedroom. It was in, remember, in my bedroom. We were all sat on the bed and we said, right, are we going to do this or what? A few of us had a head buried in the sand going, no, no, no. I'm just going to the toilet. And then we grouped together and went, yeah.
But wasn't it scary, though? Because you didn't really know what you were doing, did you?
I was so excited. I loved that.
But it was very, very scary to go off on our own. Like, obviously, we had no money. We had to make it work on our own, and that was very scary at first, thinking, right, we're going to take that step.
It was like a big challenge there. It was like, forward and beyond.
Let's go.
You didn't think you needed the big boys looking after you, telling you what to do, where to sign, how to manage.
I think individually we've always been very strong girls, and just collectively we've got that female solidarity.
Well, not when you just used to go and burst in on heads of record companies and just sing.
That's the way
to just want to puke from nerves.
If you want something, you got to go for it and do it, and I promise it will come, girls. I promise.
Do you know what it is? Maybe if you was by yourself, then yeah, I could understand yourself getting nervous. But do you know what I mean? We're here as a group. It's about a vibe. So we're like that, psyching each other. Come on, come on, come on. Let's do it.
My mum would feed us.
Great.
So we'd be fed.
Tell me about all this mooning and getting your boobs out, and flashing, and
I never got my boobs. I've just got to say, I would not get my boobs out for any. Well,
you're doing quite well, actually. They're not bad.
Really nice.
You've got a nice pair, haven't you?
Yes, but I don't normally get the entire thing unless it's for a very large fee. Then I might consider it. Playboy, all offers accepted, lovingly.
So right into the big breakfast.
But do you think it's part? Is it part of girl power to do that?
I think it's just been spontaneous. That's what it is.
Because the main thing is we have a laugh and do what we want to do. And other girls might think, oh, I better not do that but we just go for it, have a laugh, and you know, and then think about it.
And who have you pinched? Did you pinch Peter Andre?
Oh,
she's Eureka.
And how was it?
Oh, it was quite firm.
Finally too.
Yeah, she's quite nice, yeah.
Vanessa, you know about getting your boobs out and flashing your bum and all that. I mean, a lot of that, you know, all right, sometimes, you know, you do
you got
funny things.
You do it.
But we're not think you should speak about this.
I mean, you're the expert. I'm glad you've taken over this subject here, because you have been spilling out quite a lot recently.
Well, not by spilling out.
Yeah.
You probably... Let's go!
but listen, you know,
let's drop the tip boob thing.
But basically, all I'm trying to say is none of us are dictating a way to be.
No.
Do you know what I mean? We're not saying do that. Do you know what I mean? Things happen by accident. I'm sure you can, relate to
I've got
me.
safety pins actually
But
for the bag to make
we're
sure
not
they're on
saying
it.
to any girls
No.
be a particular way. We're saying just be yourself.
But when your cup runneth over, which it has done quite
No,
frequently
that's
recently.
just, I'm only human, just like anybody. Everyone has accidents, don't they?
But was it really an accident?
Of course it was an accident.
Ah,
do you
vote
believe-
in.
who believes that? Who
Was
believes
it
that?
or wasn't it an accident?
I think everyone's seen enough anyway.
I don't. I think everybody would love you to just carry on having exactly the same accident, don't you? It's brilliant talking to you. We're going to be discussing image, money, and talent really soon.
Bye.
What they've been saying to me in the break, I cannot possibly repeat because I'm far too young to understand.
What about what you've been
But
saying to
I
us,
don't
Vanessa?
say
I
a
mean-
word, not a word.
Naughty Vanessa.
I don't know what to say. They're embarrassing. I'm being embarrassed by spices. Listen, is it good fun being famous? Is it what you thought it would be?
I think
What is famous though?
You know, everyone in the world has heard of you. You've sold more records in Japan than
All
the
right,
Beatles.
don't put pressure on it,
Come on,
Vanessa. Right?
you don't even think about
that
You don't think about that side of it.
But you know when you were all in a house together learning to do this and, hoping for fame and everything, what did you think it was going to be like?
I think when you're a little kid, you imagine you.
I think
But
that one of the things that you don't actually think is, when you want to be famous, you don't realise that it's a constant thing, and it is actually hard work. I think that I used to think you could switch it on and switch it off and switch it on and switch it off, whereas it's like all the time. It is like 24/7s, and I think that's something that sometimes you don't realise.
I tell you what is good. I'm being
She's
missed.
in school, really.
Yes.
That little girl over there, she can
That'll
do
be
that. That
first.
retiring one in the back row.
I tell you what is good is that you feel as though you can speak about what your views, your opinions. Do you know what I mean? Because we're all different people here, and you can get across messages. I get across hopefully mixed race messages. Keep that positive and going strong. And between the five of us, we can get across certain things to people who hopefully out there are listening.
What about
That's
the thing,
good.
the stuff like the limousines and the
Well, we don't have
hotels?
limousines.
You don't do that.
Jaguars, darling.
Do you have Jaguars?
Yeah.
I have a Merc. I have a Merc, not a Jag.
I have a Jag.
Obviously, things change. You know what I mean? You get more money, and you're more in the spotlight. But I mean, fundamentally, us lot are
Still the same.
pretty much the same. We're in the same needs, same
But
insecurities, same fun.
but you
elements.
say you're the same, and then you'll suddenly find that 8 months have gone by and you haven't once actually walked to the fridge and made a piece of toast for yourself.
Oh, I do.
You haven't waited for a bus, you
Yeah,
haven't
no,
queued for a tray, you
Who
haven't...
are you comparing us
Me.
to?
I'm just thinking of myself. Just talking about myself as usual.
Who makes your toast then, Vanessa?
Not me, goddammit.
I do. I've got a nice little toast.
Yeah, I still go home and see friends and chill out. I think, people think that your life changes completely, but really, I promise it doesn't. You are a lot busier, obviously, and you're away a lot and things like that. But when you come home, I still have the same bed and the same house. And
But don't you find that most people, I don't mean your own parents and your own family, but everybody else, listens to what you say with sort of exaggerated attention as though every word is pearl?
Oh no, I
Don't
didn't
you feel
know
a pressure to
that.
keep on performing in some way? You've got to be
Wish
the
it was
outrageous
like
one,
that.
and you've got to be... You really don't.
With one thing with us, we've never
What
put
you
on
see is
anything.
what you
yeah,
get.
exactly. We're just ourselves. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes one is really quiet. Sometimes one's really noisy. Do you know what I mean? What you see is what you get, and that's it. We've never put any,
Pressure on
airs
anything.
and graces on.
What's how made all the money?
We've spent it.
Never. You
I'll give
couldn't
it
have
my
had a chance. Is it loads?
Not yet. I mean,
No,
it takes
not
a while
yet.
for it to filter through, not publishing.
Yeah,
Publishing money and all that. It does take a bit.
But you've done clever things, haven't you? Like sticking your names on the royalties, and you get the songwriting
Yeah,
credit
'cause
and
we
the
write it all.
performing
We
credit.
we do
and
write
the-
all our own
I mean,
music.
Yeah.
our sort of works. I mean, we've been together 4 years. We've worked
our
hard.
bums off.
Is there anyone working in their own business? Do you know what I mean?
There's also things like obviously with the money and things, we've got ideas that we want to do. Obviously, I'm sure one day we want to get our own studio. So obviously with the money as well, we like to save bits and have our own parlours.
She wants a parlour. a beauty parlour.
No, it's a parlour where you have to scream to enter and have a tongue
I
pierce.
think that's a rude parlour. I think that's too rude for breakfast television. Fortunately, I've led a sheltered life and didn't understand a word of that. We're not discussing body piercing this morning. Another time. Maybe.
Why not, Vanessa? We know you're pierced.
I'm
Blaine.
not
know you are,
pierced.
Vanessa.
I have one pierced
let me tell you, viewers, she got her piercing out earlier, and it was very, very
I think that was just
exciting
a ripple in my cellulite. You didn't realise you thought it was a piercing. And this has been me and the Spice Girls. There's going to be much more of us all together later on in the show. Now back downstairs. So now we're really digging deep and delving. Who wants to say hello to Richard Orford?
Melanie.
Who is Richard Orford?
Who was speaking to you or you?
He's our OB bloke. He's very lovely. He's that tall,
Hi,
lanky guy.
Richard.
Hi, Richard.
Hello, Richard.
You're funny, man.
Hi, Sharon.
Freaky and funny.
All right, Sharon. I want to talk about Shaz. I want to talk about love.
All right.
About love.
I want to talk about men, love, and I mean, are you susceptible? Is there anyone lurking anywhere that you love?
I think it's more of a soulmate. We're all soulmates and we love each other, and you know, I think
Do you
that's
think
nice.
that frightens blokes off? The sort of powerful women all together in
But
the
it
street?
shouldn't. They
Not
weren't the
really.
kind of bloke who we'd be interested in anyway.
He'll be all right. If he's a
Exactly.
90s man, he'll be able to handle us.
All of you.
Yeah.
All five, all
time?
together, at the same time, on the same bed.
Be my lover, you got to get with my
I'm
friend.
sure. I know. Do you
it.
know who I'm sure? I'm sure George Clooney, if you're out there watching, I am your woman. And I am sure
What's
he
his
will
name?
be able
What's
to
that
handle
guy's
all
name?
of us.
Don't you think it's a bit obvious, George Clooney? You need someone more
isn't he?
subtle. I think he's a bit
No,
obvious.
George Clooney is a man.
Do you think so?
He's a man.
You know we're saying
Jackson.
we're all friends. Have you noticed how Jerry's
And-
sitting here picking my toenail?
I want to say
It's a
hello.
very intimate thing. Have you seen
I want to say hello to Colin Jackson.
They're all
Really?
smooth and
Yeah.
nice.
I'm picking.
Hello, Colin Jackson.
We're like monkeys grooming each other.
It's really bizarre, this body thing going. Luckily, no one's dared touch me
I
too
have
much.
been
Let's
going-
go! Get off me! Unhand me, you spice me! They're hilarious. Who did that to me? That was... That was me! Does that mean I have to... Do I have to come out now? Do I?
What did you do to that then?
Yeah, breastfeeding.
Almonds,
Two
almonds,
babies.
almonds.
Do I have to come out now after that one? Have
Yeah.
I changed my sexual affiliation? That was really, I didn't mean to do that on national television. It's been really sensational meeting
like
you.
you,
Thank you
Vanessa.
very much. Like you too. Nice to meet you all.
And
now
you.
back downstairs.
She's